Back to the program. You know, we love talking about things that are going on here in Central Iowa, especially when there's some that are just so important and make such a difference in everybody's lives.
Absolutely, and saluting some amazing organizations, some amazing women this morning, and how we can continue positive things happening in our community, because I think that message is ever so important right now. So we brought in some wonderful ladies who helped out with an incredible event that happened earlier this week. We want to recap that, but how we can take that message and now move forward. And of course, we're talking about Young Women's Resource Center celebrating 40 years in our community. And we're very excited this morning. We have Carmen Hotchkiss, who is joining us, Breaking Barriers committee member and Young Women's Resource Center board member as well. So thank you so much for being here. Sonia Ash, who we always love seeing, staff with Young Women's Resource Center, and also was a lead on the Breaking Barriers event. So let's kind of remind everybody what happened a few days ago.
Yeah, so this event, we, in honor of the 40th anniversary of the Young Women's Resource Center, we wanted to recognize 40 outstanding women.
Oh my goodness.
All with Iowa ties, who did something amazing as a first. The first woman to command the International Space Station, which she did twice.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, a big deal. Like, so 40 fabulous women in lots of different categories, you know, science, politics, education. Like, it was a really wonderful set of people to recognize.
And I know we have an image showing the honorees from that evening, and I know when we pop that up on the screen, you're going to see some familiar faces up there, and maybe some you didn't realize the incredible things they have done, not only in our community, but also the country as well. So why was this so important to do? I mean, that's amazing to get that many incredible women all in one place and to highlight that, but why was that an important part for Young Women's Resource Center?
I think that it's incredibly important to continue recognizing individuals who are paving paths for young women to follow, so that they can see themselves in the roles that they can play in their future. It's important to give them chances to network with one another. We heard, one of the messages that we heard a lot from our honorees is that sometimes it gets lonely being the only one up at the top, and so getting to share stories with each other, and also share just with community members what it took to get to where they are.
And what are some of the highlights? What are some of the things you heard that it took to achieve? I mean, obviously these women are achieving tremendous things, but sometimes even little things in life we're trying to accomplish. What did they say it took to get to where they are now? They
said it took a lot of authenticity, just being themselves, because all of them faced significant challenges and pushback along the way. A lot of people saying maybe that they didn't belong in the spaces that they were entering, and they had to both believe in themselves and truly be themselves to combat any of those negative messages and enter spaces confidently, believe like, no, like I have the skills to be where I'm at. I'm going to excel in this space. And not only do I belong here, but others like me belong here as well.
Now, what was the take of someone that everybody here is familiar with, Judy Bradshaw? She had a job here in Des Moines that was probably one of the most stressful jobs, period, in a very male-dominated profession. And she really stepped up and did the job, you know, better than anybody ever imagined.
Absolutely. Judy Bradshaw, first female lieutenant, captain, major, and chief of the Des Moines Police Department. And she mentioned so she was one of our panelists, and so one of the things she says, you know, you don't step out on your path saying, I'm going to do this as a woman. You just say that you're following your passions. She joked, you don't like eat a sandwich as a woman, and you don't like drive down the street as a woman. You don't necessarily pursue your education as a woman, but you make it there. And once she got there, I think it was about having respect for her peers. I think that she had a lot of peers who weren't female who helped cheer her on along the way, and continuing to prove herself as a very capable and competent and successful leader. you know.
Well, she earned her position as
Yeah.
a person, you know, and the fact that she's a woman, great, but she earned her position, and she did an outstanding job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carmen, what was your big takeaway? As someone who's helping to put this event together, what can we take away and use today and beyond after this amazing event?
I think one of the amazing things was looking at all the different areas where people are paving their path and becoming the first to do things. And for clients of the Young Women's Resource Center to see, no matter what your passion is, when you pursue that, there are ways to like be out in front and to follow the steps of other women who've kind of paved the way for you. There was a lot of discussion about helping each other and giving each other a lift up. And I think that message is also really important, especially for girls. Like, we're in it together, and we're gonna forge forward together.
Absolutely. We have a couple other honorees we can show on the screen this morning with some images, and if you guys can kind of highlight why it was important to have these amazing women at the event.
Well, I think, you know, it's a time of firsts right now. There's a lot of firsts that happened on Tuesday, and, you know, we don't want to just be making cracks in the ceiling. We want to blow the roof off, you know, and
with all the women that are now making their way into politics
Yeah.
and things like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that we said that we will know that we've really made it when we're no longer recognizing the first, but we're recognizing the many, and it doesn't seem like that special of a thing for a woman to be your surgeon or to be elected to office or to play any other variety of leadership roles.
Absolutely. This is an image of Mary E. Dominix Campos. Remind us what her first was.
She's the first Latina on the Iowa Civil Rights Commission.
There you go.
Okay.
Incredible woman there. We also have an image of Mary Chapman, who is an honoree that evening.
She is the first female to serve as executive dean of the Des Moines Area Community College at DMAC.
There you go.
So a lot of amazing women that we can continue to highlight. But let's talk about how Young Women's Resource Center, what you guys do on a daily basis and going 40 years strong and continuing to go strong forward, and how this makes a difference.
It's been an incredible 40th anniversary. We are now serving over 1,700 girls in the greater Des Moines area, and all ages 10 through 21. We have an incredible variety of girls that come from all sorts of different schools and all sorts of backgrounds, but we're working to make sure that they are resilient. So no matter what challenges they're facing or barriers they come across, they have the resiliency to overcome them, to believe in themselves, have some of those characteristics that the honorees were talking about the other night that carried them forward. So, you know, we don't want the girls that we're working with just to survive tough situations. We want them to thrive in life and become the next leaders that we're going to be celebrating, you know, 10, 20 years down the road.
Absolutely.
So Carmen, the idea is this: to get the girls that are watching right now. So, you know something, I want to be this, and I can get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From these amazing women that you guys honored just a few days ago to what we saw in the news politically yesterday with women stepping out front. We're having our first full-term female governor now. You know, I'm sure you can add her to the list of female first. With Iowa
Invite
Times.
Kim next time around, okay?
She was one of
She was
our-
on the
She
list.
was on the
was
list.
there?
Okay,
Okay.
she was there.
Okay, all right,
so,
good.
incredible women going forward, and we're going to continue to hear this in the headlines, and we appreciate everything that the Young Women's Resource Center is doing, saying let's just keep it going even further.
Yes.
Wonderful.
absolutely.
Thank you for sharing this
Thank you so
positive
much.
Thank
message
you very much.
with us and with our viewers this
Thank
morning.
you.
And if people want to learn more about what the great Young Women's Resource Center is doing on a regular basis, where can they do that?
Yes, please visit our website. It's www.ywrc.org. You can always give us a call, 515-244-4901 if you want a tour. We always love having people come by.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Happy
Love
40th.
it. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much for joining us this morning.
All right.